And hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Kaz Has. My name is Kazvon, and today we're checking out a game called Velvet Sundown. It's kind of a free game. Um, it's very hard to explain what it is, so let's just hop into it really quick. What's going to happen is that we're going to join this scenario, and it's going to randomly assign us a character. And the basic idea is each episode, whenever you play it, lasts 30 to 35 minutes. So you have 35 minutes to kind of do your thing. You will be given some objectives, but it's very free-flowing as to what you actually want to accomplish. There is another scenario right now, but you have to pay a subscription to get into that. So we're not going to do that one, because I don't have that. Also, when you have the subscription, when you type your responses, it actually sends it off to a server, and it does text-to-speech. And it's really creepy sounding, which I wish I could show that off. Once again, that was free, but the game became so popular through it started like halting the voice recognition or text-to-speech servers that they were using, which are third-party servers not actually done in the game. So here, I'm Alexander Obolensky. I actually haven't played this guy before. I'm the prodigal son of one of the oldest, most influential crime families in Russia. My careless lifestyle of fast cars, extravagant parties, and loose women have landed you on the pages of the tabloids several times in the past. You become known for your exploits, but no one seems to know who you really are on the inside. You have a complicated relationship with your overbearing father, who is extremely concerned with the family image, an image that you allegedly keep compromising. He's done everything in his power to keep you on a tight leash, and you despise him for it. You're tired of living in a shadow. You're on aboard the Velvet Sundown, a luxury yacht cruising on the beautiful Balbonian archipelago. You've already been introduced to all the other passengers and know them all by name. Most of them are rich and famous or otherwise noteworthy. I'm not a little boy anymore. So I'm a gangster. My goal is to be a better man. Lately it's been even harder to evade your father's watchful eye than usual. You've been under more or less constant surveillance your whole life. But now he's clearly been tightening his grip on you. It's driving you insane. Still, strangely enough, you have made it on this cruise all alone with no one to look after you. So basically, here we are. Well, in our inventory we have a gold ring, a classy iPhone, an American Express black card, and I can flirt. So I need to make it rain. Now that I'm not being kept an eye on me, I feel liberated. It's time to have some fun. Go get some drinks at the bar. Get to know my fellow passengers, spend some money. So this player wants to talk to me. All the characters are controlled by other players. They all have their own intro and own motivations of what they need to do. This is a reporter. I believe it's the same every time. Linda's the reporter. I'm gonna type hello. And basically you have conversations with other players. It's kind of like an interactive chat room, almost like Second Life, but you actually have objectives that you have to accomplish. So Mary joined a conversation. Mary's the captain of the ship. So how's it going, Mary? Blah, blah, blah. Alright, let me show you around the ship. I'm going to leave this conversation. We have a long time to go. And I kind of want to get through things. My objective says, hey, get drunk. There's a lot of lag every once in a while. Like, this game's kind of gotten real popular with, you know, a bunch of random. So okay, here's the bartender. He doesn't look too good. We can interact with very limited things in the environment. We can pick up this magazine. It's a film magazine. There's also news that Shauna is looking for an experienced male actor to co-star in her next movie. So if Shauna's on the ship, we should see if we can be in the movie. I guess we have the option to do that. I don't think Shauna is on the ship. It kind of randomizes exactly who's on the boat. So right now it just seems to be the bartender, Linda, and Mary. Oh, here's another guy over here. I don't remember his name. I know he usually starts with a taser, but it kind of randomizes what you start with a little bit. It's not always the same every single time. What's up with Boyle? Boyle's the bartender. I want some drinks. Ingmar wants to talk. Hello. What's up? Oh, he said what's up. I'm rich. Well, I'm Alex. But also rich. We're on international waters. Oh, he stopped talking to me. I wanted to... Alright, story about criminals. An old story about a group of convicted criminals. One of the crooks in the picture looks a lot like Ingmar. Alright, so Ingmar's a criminal. She's the reporter, so I guess if I give her the story... Start a conversation with Linda here. So you can get into, like, love... Like, start love interests and crap. You can... Man, Boyle's... I think what happened here is the player disconnected. And now we can't talk to him, so that kind of breaks the game a little bit. So... I'm a criminal, Ingmar's a criminal, Mary's the captain. Mary has drug... Okay, so one of the things that Linda's trying to find out is where the drugs are, because she gets a tip that there's, like, some kind of drug operation happening on this ship. And keep in mind, this is all just in this scenario. The other scenario also takes place on the ship, but there's other stories happening. I happen to know that Mary has the keys to the locker room, and the locker room happens to have all the drugs, and she's the one selling them. I know that because I played as her. I'm pretty sure that's not a randomized thing. I'm pretty sure that's the same every time. So right now we're all just kind of walking around. No one's really doing anything. Ingmar is also, Did you disconnect too? I think you disconnected as well. So this has been pretty much my experience with the game. You get into games, people just dip out without completing the whole mission. Would you like to hear a story? Hey, would you like to hear a story? I have a story about criminals. Alright. I want to tell her... Okay, so I have to click her and then click this. Okay. So I can give a story about criminals to Linda, or I can show the old newspaper photo to Linda. It's a picture of someone who looks just like Ingmar hanging around convicted criminals. I think Ingmar is actually an undercover cop, if I remember right. But I'm going to show her just the photo to try and get her to want to write a story about how Ingmar is a criminal. I don't really know what the ends to these means are. Like, nothing really happens in the game. Like, you can set up all this, like, intrigue and do all this weird stuff and kind of weave a story to happen during the play, like, while you're playing. A story about Ingmar is about criminals is not Ingmar, even though it looks a bit like him. It could still just be anyone. So, yeah, you can do all sorts of crap by, like, either via just player interaction and write your own narrative, or use the story that is given you throughout the game. But in the end, you don't gain anything. Nothing really happens. It's just here for you to kind of dick around with. It's pretty much a sandbox game. Well, man, I'm really bummed about how laggy it is. Making it look terrible. So we can all get into one conversation here. Ingmar is timed out, looks like. Let's take a look around the ship. I think sometimes there are things we can interact with that are unique to our character. Like I said, Linda can interact with the locker. I think anyone can, as long as they get the key from her. But sometimes there's stuff down here we can fool around with that's unique to our character. And things open up. Like, if I couldn't interact with this right at the beginning, I can maybe later. It depends. Like, if I learn about something, I can... More things in the environment interactable because I've learned about it. Like this, I can't get into because it's locked. So, can I use my phone? I don't think I can use my phone. Alright, so like one of the stories that happens is that Boyle, the bartender, wants to open a nightclub. And what I can do is give him my American Express black card, and that'll give him the money to open his nightclub, and that'll end his, like, that thread of the story and one of his objectives. But if you play throughout the entire game, you'll end up with objectives like filling up the screen and not a clear way to actually accomplish any of them without help from other players. So it really breaks the game when people leave like this. So I'm gonna bail. I think I'm just gonna bail and try and get into another game. Oh, we can actually turn up graphics. I didn't even know that. And I can't even leave the game without quitting the entire game. So we'll be right back. All right, I reconnected. What happens is when you like leave the game, it quits the game out, and then you reload the game, brings you right back in to the one you were connected to, and you'll always stay connected. And the lag didn't fix itself, so that sucks. But we can't really do anything about that. So this is a great time. My impression of this game is the first time I played it, it was pretty novel. Oh, and this will happen. Miserable bastards! A few moments ago, your father called you. I wasn't actually there for that. Sending you your mood from Sending your mood crashing from happy to sour in mere seconds, the same crap all over again. You are representing the Oblinsky family. Don't do anything to make our name look bad, and so on. Memories of your father telling you what not to do fill your head. You hate that shit. It's always about the family. Never really about genuine interest in you. What an old idiot. As you felt a wave of anger washing over you, you reacted by throwing your phone into the sea. As an afterthought, you went and grabbed the closest bottle of vodka nearby. Maybe some good company and shots of vodka will calm you down. Okay, so instead of my phone, I have vodka. So weird stuff like that happens a lot. Just as the time ticks down, events will happen per character. I know Mary. When I played as Mary, she was going insane, and it said by the end of the episode, it said, "You're crazy. Start drinking. Get drunk. Go nuts." But I guess drinking is like a huge part of this. So I'm chatting with Linda again. I don't think I can just drink by myself. I think I have to drink with people. Oh, Mary wants in. All right, Mary, get in here. And let's offer a drink. See if she drinks with us. Father sucks. You start to calm down. You get a strong urge to talk to someone about your father. You want people to understand your situation, not how that bastard's making your life miserable. So this episode is about, I forget the name of the episode, but it all centers around my character and about how my father is a dick. I'm not really sure why that is. It's not really that interesting. I can take a closer look at the photo. This is a photo that Linda took of Mary. She's a journalist and she has a camera. She could take pictures of people. So that's weird. I could tell people the story of my father. I could tell her my story. And nothing actually happens. It just says, yep, you did tell your story. And I'm waiting for them to accept. Need some ideas. Your mood is lifting. The cruise is giving you a feeling of being in better control. The thought of your family doing things all on your own, without your father involved, has started to take a hold of you. Yeah, that's right. It's been great to do something that shows everyone who you are, a man who's capable of anything. Maybe something heroic even. Actually, it'd be even fun to do something that your father would disapprove. Something that he would never do. The only problem is you just don't have any ideas what that something would be. Talk to people. Maybe someone will give me an idea. Suggest party time. Yeah, she thinks the suggestion sounds very good. Yeah, party time. Let's party. So, there's nothing better than good music and drinks to loosen up the atmosphere aboard. The night is young. Invite everyone to join in. So I'm going to invite her to party. I'm going to arrange a party, and I'm going to invite her. And hopefully she accepts. I'll arrange a party with Mary as well. So the reason there's a lot of waiting is because they're also getting those weird cutscenes saying, like, oh, like, you learned a story. Because she's a journalist, so when I told her that story, she probably got a cutscene saying, like, oh, you've gotten the story, and blah, 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 blah. Maybe you need to find out more. So Lynn accepted Mary into the conversation. Mary, do you want to join my party? Let's have party time. Mary, party time. Dude. Party time, dude. The only problem is that two of our characters are disconnected, so I don't think I can invite everybody to the party. So that I don't think I can actually accomplish my objective. Which is pretty shitty. Why don't you listen to what Linda wants to tell me? She tells me something. Sad story about probably the worst father in Balbonia. You wish your dad would have sold you as a kid. Okay. So it's kind of an interesting story, but not too fantastic. I'm gonna leave. I want to invite Mary to my party. So this is basically the game, okay? I don't know if I'm gonna complete this because I can't. I don't know. Like I said, it's a lot of fun to just kind of dick around in it, but it's not a lot of fun to keep. I don't know. The objectives aren't really objectives. I don't think there's an end game to this. I think that there's no real point. Besides just actually. Come on. Yeah, nobody's talking because I'm trying to. Trying to invite you to my party, but something is stopping me. How about I have you drink? How about I just get Mary drunk? That sounds good. Alright. Let's try and get over to the other people. It won't actually let me leave the conversation either. Normally you click this button and you leave conversation so you can go wander around. Sure, I like being photographed. They seem distracted. Linda's a flirt. She's trying to flirt with me. If she said you're intrigued to what she has come up with to impress you, if she says something that makes you feel good, then you can show her to her by smiling and flirting back. On the other hand, if her pickup line seems sleazy to you, you can politely tell her that you're not interested. And Mary, I can't even invite you to my party, but I'll flirt. I can't even. I want to invite you to the. Flirt. Flirt. Something about Mary. Must be the beautiful scene that start affecting you. You're getting all excited about this cruise. Yeah. So you can get further along that little rabbit hole until it tells you to go to the bedroom and hang out with them. I never got that to work, but to be fair, the only time I've ever tried that is when I was Linda trying to hit on Mary. So, And this is basically what... See, every time I've ever played it, it devolves into this, where the players just give up and start trying to see what wacky things the characters can do. And spoilers, not a whole lot of wackiness. Not really. But anyway, that's Velvet Sundown. It's absolutely free. You can try it out. You only get one scenario or each time you play it. If you pay $6.90 a month subscription, you get access to both. And they're supposedly going to be adding more. And also with that subscription, you get the text-to-voice thing, which they used to have for free for everybody, but since it was overcrowding the servers, they had to make it premium only. And that kind of makes the game even wackier. So, yeah, that's the game. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to check it out, there'll be a link in the description below. And if you liked the video, please hit the like button. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.